Hello, welcome to another Eternal Deck Tech and Matches video. If you look down below, we've got the deck tech. This is a Mask of Torment, Wrath of Caiphus, Arcane Restraint deck, which was a lot more fun than I expected. I'm gonna keep this hand. If you want to know like the whole rundown on the deck, you can definitely check that deck tech video. But suffice to say, we're gonna be doing some wild shit, I hope. Another mask is not really what I want here. I might just take the Crest so we can scout further. That is definitely not what we wanted to see. Archmagister's Prophecy or an Arcane Restraint would have been really nice. We'll see what we get. More power cards. Yikes. Well, there's a Restraint. It's acceptable. I don't love it, but have part of the combo already. So that's pretty good. I mean, I guess it's not a combo per se, but it ends up being pretty good pretty quick if we can get it set up. Probably start with the Mask of Torment. Avasar Patriarch. That's an interesting one. And yeah, we'll let the Cursed Prophet get in. See what we grab. Huh. Lumen Attendant and Veteran Strategist. Strategist is actually pretty cool with the Mask of Torment. Think that we just get the Lumen Attendant, though. I mean, Lumen Attendant does a lot of work as well. Even just drawing a Calibrate out of the market would be... Or out of the market. Out of the void would be nice.
Choose your battles wisely.
Maybe they didn't need a Strategist. Nice. So that'll get the Deleph. That's okay, though. If they're doing Nightfall stuff, that could be good for us. Arcane Restraint really likes to have that kind of a card. Let's Calibrate. Another Mask of Torment, which now is maybe okay. It'll help us ramp up a bunch of power. Wrath of Caiphus is nice. I could definitely use that. We're going to have 8 power next turn, because we're going to get 1 on their turn when they draw a card. And then we're going to be able to Wrath Lumen, or Mask Lumen, and then we can Wrath afterwards. I think I'm okay with that. And actually, we're going to go to 9, because they get 2 cards here. Really, really nice. It needs Distillation. I don't love seeing that, but it does also push us to 11 power, so in a lot of ways, it's not that bad. At this point, I might just Mask and Wrath, because it draws us so many extra cards, and after they've already used their Nahid's Distillation, it just basically gives them nothing. I like that a lot. Gains us a ton of life, a ton of power. Yeah, I'm down for that. Nice. And up to 32. 27 power. Sorry, 29. Hopefully they don't have a lot of relic removal. Backlash, World Bear, Crested Run. Mirror Images. Sure. And Evelina. I'm gonna call the deck, see what we can get here. I'm guessing they have another Backlash. Oh my god. Alright. I have a plan. Gonna kill that. They might Backlash it. Maybe not.
I'll finish this quickly. I'll finish this quickly.
I really want to make sure that we get these hits in if we can. Yeah. Now that'll make the music go. Sure. Obnoxious, but we can handle it.
You're a sad bunch.
Get rid of that. Ooh, cool. So let's Archmagister's Prophecy. And then I'll Lumen Reclaimer our deck back in for now. We can hold up Annihilate. We're sitting here at 30 health. Like, they can put us back down to 27, but not super worried. We've got 34 health. We've got 2 masks. We can ultimate at least one of them next turn, and still play Wrath, and still have Annihilate.
Fascinating.
I'd love it if they attack in with that 4/6. Because obviously we have the Annihilate for that Evelyn. Evelina? Evelina. And actually getting a hit with the Amaran Stinger or the Teacher is amazing for us. Sure. Nightfall is acceptable. Unfortunately, we'll get to kill the Teacher or whatever, but it's fine. I'm guessing they have another removal for Teacher, or maybe another blocker. Well, we'll see. If they don't, Wrath of Caiphus Teacher is going to be real good. Oh my goodness. Let's give them another Arcane Restraint. Yeah, they have something. I'm guessing Equivocate. Oh no!
Now, the real training begins.
Oof. Alright, we're gonna shuffle this one back in, or swap it in anyways. Because I'd like to just draw it later. We don't want to have to discard it right now. I'm guessing they might backlash this, considering that they had one in the market. Or in the void, I mean. Maybe they do have the Equivocate? Wow, and they didn't get the Teacher? Huh. I'm cool with that. Just 67 power. Seems okay.
Rejoice!
I'll finish
And
this.
we might as well just play everything. We've got more than enough power to do it. And pass turn. I don't think our opponent's getting out from this one. We'll see what they do. Yeah. That seems about right. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna keep this. These are able to swap for power cards, and it's really hard to give up on a turn 2 Teacher ability. So I'm gonna go for it. If they're any kind of a slow deck, Teacher just gets in, and that's backbreaking. Another power card's nice there, because then we're guaranteed the Mask of Torment. I mean, I guess we were anyways, if we have to shuffle away both Wraths, but I'd prefer not to do that.
Trust the winds.
Smart. They're using that just to get in front of the Teacher, I'm imagining.
Take
Yeah.
this.
Try and save themselves some time here. We're gonna swap this and get another power card. I'm doing it first in case we got an undepleted... Like, in case we got a depleted power, rather. If we got a Crest or something, it'd been pretty bad to... have that step. I'm gonna guess
Take this.
they block?
Now,
Don't
the real
block.
training begins.
Huh. So they're willing to draw all those extra cards at a disadvantage? I mean, I'm gonna Curse Prophet, try and block it. I could have played Mask of Torment, but if they're this desperate to keep that alive, I'll try and have a blocker for it. Tome of Horrors. Sure. I'm pretty okay with that. Got something fast. Cull, another Teacher. Huh. see what we get. Remember, anything if we hit them, what they draw is going to cost 2 more. Whatever we give them. So that's an important thing for us to look at and remember. The wielder gets Aegis. I mean, a 6-cost Promising Pupil is probably not something I care too much about. I think I'll take the Etched Armor. I would not mind getting Aegis onto one of these units. That being said, I still might Mask a Torment here first. And I guess we're not gaining any life yet. It is just 1 power. So we could swap the Wrath of Caiphus, even though I'd like to keep it. We don't have an Arcane Resistance yet. Or Restraint, sorry. So I think I'll do this. And then just have a decent block. Locks them out in a lot of awkward ways, I'd say. It feels like they were holding some kind of removal. They probably have a Haunting Scream, which is why they're willing to just throw this away. That'd be my guess, but I'm not super concerned about that. Oh, maybe they just want to do that? But like,
delightful
drawing extra cards is not great for them. I mean, I guess they can chuck away some of the more expensive ones and hold on to some power if they needed extra power. Like, there's reason to do it, but... Ugh. Dark Talon Wyvern. Sure. Go ahead and hit them. Unfortunately, the Stinger is not going to be able to get in. We want to hold that for next turn if possible. Honored Skyguard and Strength of Many. I mean, we can Honored Skyguard and just immediately have a blocker for the Dark Talon Wyvern. Gotta remember, Strength of Many costs 4 right now. Something to keep in mind. Calibrate would probably be an okay thing for us to have. Either find an Arcane Restraint or get ourselves another power card, which is okay too. Yeah, it'll just be another power card. And they can hit us with the Dark Talon Wyvern if they want to. I think I'll let it happen. Yeah, just scream. Sure, so now they can't actually play that Strength of Many. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. If they want to have the extra cards at all cost a million, I'm fine with it. I just don't want them milling us too much. With the actual tome, it could be an issue. That sucks. That'll actually stop us from Amaran Stinger in here. Also stops us from Wrath of Caiphus, which is interesting. Stops us from a lot of things.
Take this!
We'll go ahead and hit with those. Alright, there's no reason to bother with giving them a Yeti Pioneer. We don't need a Lens of Clarity. Okay, so Lens of Clarity is not going to cost extra. Interesting. Huh. So that does actually pop the Aegis and make it so it doesn't cost more. I think that that's a recent change. We can go with Unraveling Fanatic, or we can play the Yeti Pioneer. Both are definitely options. I think I like the Pioneer for now. We just want to keep up the pressure. If everything they have costs a bunch more... Okay. So that's going to cost 5 now. It's their whole turn to play it. And again, drawing extra cards doesn't necessarily help them all that much. Like, does a bit, but it's not nearly as bad as it normally would be. Man, it had to have Aegis, huh? I mean, we can go ahead and Wrath of Caiphus, make it so that their whole hand costs more. That's certainly a thing we can do. Could play the Amaran Stinger, just get in with everything, but then they'll block with that. And they take 7? I guess for now this is what we do.
Take this!
Just need a free turn to get a Stinger in. Come on. Sure, I'll take a teething whelp. Could actually blow up that tome. I don't think that it matters yet, though. Like, we've got 42 cards left. We still have Lumen Reclaimers in our deck. I'm not sure that we care. Play Mask of Torment, hold up the Banish. They're playing really hobbled with that Disciplinary Weights. Yeah. This just blanks their whole turn, so I like doing that. I don't know that the extra cards actually matter all that much. Yeah, there we go. But at the same time, they spent their whole turn doing it. I would like to stop them. This hand looks sweet. I am absolutely slamming this one. I wish we were on the play. Oh, on the play, this hand is so good. Turn 2 Teacher, followed up by a turn 3 Banish to make sure it gets through, is so good. Uh-oh. Opponent mulligan to 6. That's no good for them. I'm hoping that we get a good game. They don't just have to scoop or something. Oh, they're just going to be super aggro. Okay. Well, now I don't feel so bad. Arcane Restraint? Or a power card? I think that we'll take the Restraint, even though we don't have 4 power yet. With 2 Teachers, we should be able to hit something. We're likely to hit a 4th power soon anyways. Abduct. Huh. That's an interesting card to play.
Self-call blesses me.
Yeah, and there we go. Power card right away.
You're a sad bunch.
Not super worried about just an Akko here. That Abduct is weird. I don't know why you'd play that. Alright. Opponent's got all the removal in the world. We'll pass the turn. There's a non-zero chance they just play like a weapon on this. Yeah. I will get rid of it now, though. We don't want that hitting us forever. Like, Devour or something? I mean, they could honestly have anything. I don't know what... Like, Var's Intervention and Abduct are already pretty weird. It's just Arcane Restraint, though. Start gaining some life. Make it obnoxious for them. I imagine they have, like, maybe Blazing Salvo. Dark Turn's cool.
A little inspiration.
Rejoice! The shadow embraces us.
Alright, fair enough. Yes, they've got the salvo, I'm guessing. No. Or they do and they didn't want to play it. It's hard to know with what their deck is trying to do. Feels like they're an aggro deck, but only with Akko. Like, Akko and a bunch of removal. Which is weird. Wow. Ooh. That's
Rejoice!
less than ideal.
The shadow embraces us.
That's for sure. No, we're not blocking. Get in there. No idea what they're holding that they wouldn't play. Like, why wouldn't they kill the Fanatics? And maybe they just want to draw the cards that badly, but... And we've got the Restraint on them. I think that they would assume we're using that to our advantage maybe a little better than they are. Guess I'm wrong. Sure.
My finest work.
The Overwhelm part of that could be obnoxious. Wow, we are hitting a lot of power cards. Right. That's at least something. They finally sear it. Little late on that Banish. I imagine they've got to do it now, right? It's really obvious. Just go ahead and do it. No? I don't understand. Yeah, Persuader's fine. It's already gotten the mastery. There's other things to worry about. Funny thing is, them drawing the card actually kind of negates a little bit of the Caleb Persuader thing. Sure. So now, we could Mask a Torment. Could do another Arcane Restraint. I kind of like Mask a Torment, and then hold up the Banish. Well, maybe not even hold it up. I think I should probably just kill this right away. Let's gain some extra power. We can probably out-life gain them here and actually win this, even through the Akko activation. I mean, they haven't played any units. Like, their deck is just all removal and an Akko. I don't know if that's like a really bad draw, but it feels like they're running a lot of tricks and removal and not a lot of units at all.
A little inspiration.
It feels like they have very little. I don't know how they'd be able to fit like Var's Intervention, Spiteful Strike, Suffocate, and Abduct in a deck like this and still have it work. And Annihilate. Huh. Like, I don't know how you do that with all those units and actually have a viable deck at the end of it. With as many units as you'd probably need for an aggro deck.
Your time is
Interesting.
far from ended.
Cool thing here is this does get permanently larger. We're still at 24 life, so we can block that Akko. Get larger and larger Lumen Reclaimers, hopefully. Yeah, even considering this Mask a Torment, we flooded pretty hard. Wow. Yeah, I mean, our opponent has a lot of removal. They've had a really sick draw. Hopefully some of our draws or something come through. Tough. They have another trick? We have more power cards. Yikes. I guess that's fine, since it actually digs further in our deck anyway. But we're dead. And our opponent is taking their sweet time figuring it out. So we'll be done. A tough one. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that we lost that. It felt like we had a really good chance of winning. They had a sick hand, though. It didn't look like they could have possibly run many units. I'm not sure how you fit 5 or 6 different types of removal spells and Dark Returns and still have room for aggro units. Interesting deck. Alright, let's run another one. Whew, this is not a keepable hand. Let's try and get something good. Alright, that looks pretty decent. Opponent on that 150 card special. Certainly interesting. So do they have the 150 card special perfect draw like we normally see? That's the real question. If you play 150 cards, I feel like it's a guarantee that you get the perfect hand. We'll see, though.
We pass.
Argent Port Stranger. Alright, so probably just 150 card Stranger Pile. Just a really common deck that you see random people playing, just for fun. I see this a lot for people that are just kind of messing around. Everybody wants to just play Stranger Pile. It can be very strong. The Strangers are absurd with the new set. A little bit of awkward timing on a teacher, but a teacher is still pretty good. I mean, there's always the option that we can hit something like a Banish, and then even if we don't, I mean, just having it make Nahid's Distillation cheaper is good. forcing them to have to hold back to not end up getting hit by it is nice too. Like, if you're the opponent and you've only got the 2 blockers here, you might just not attack anyways, because if I have removal, you really don't want to have to hold those weights. Our opponent's reading it. They don't know what teacher does, maybe? Huh. Alright, they did attack. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, anything but this deck, and we'd have been great there. Alright, we'll wait. And there's a very good chance they play a colored stranger, and then they can attack in with the 2 colorless ones. I've had a really sick start so far. Literally only fixing. It's not hard to get a 150 card deck to have a consistent draw. Or not hard, not easy. Linrise Kings. Sure. So their monocolor units are now flying. Yeah, single faction units have flying. Just assuming that I don't have the removal, which is correct so far. Power card, and pass the turn. At least now we're starting to chain upwards on our power. And we'll be able to do a lot more of that real fast. It starts ramping quickly when we have both of these in play. I just really want them to play a single faction stranger and attack in with both of their 2/2s. Like, it seems like they'd want to do that.
Our wisdom is infinite.
So that's unfortunate because it's not single faction.
We pass judgment.
And that one searches for... Oh no, it replenishes power. Right. Couldn't remember exactly how that one worked. At this point I might want to block. Think I will. What is the ability on this again? 4 to draw a card for each of your units with flying. How many single faction units? Huh. I wonder how many they're actually playing. Hard to know. Let's give them another Restraint, and I'll hold up the Annihilate, because we do want to get rid of any single faction strangers they have fast. Taking 4 damage a turn, even with the Arcane Restraints. So we're going to have to find some answers soon. There we go.
Travel and study.
I'll just go ahead and kill that one now. Whichever stranger it is, we need to get rid of it. Not the best single faction one for us to see, but not the worst, so we'll deal. Fortunately, we can't use this without a unit. I'd like to Nahid's Distillation, but maybe it's better to just mask for now. Nah, I'll probably draw. Let's see if we can get like an Amaran Stinger here. Or only power cards. As you do. And another one. As you do. Yikes. That is some pretty terrible luck. I've had worse, but boy, that's real bad. Woof.
We will not be broken.
Well, it's probably the end of the game, unfortunately. Just 4 power cards in a row is pretty backbreaking. Actually, 5 with that Crest, too, because we drew that the turn before. Yikes. It gains us a bunch of life. Do I want to mask a Torment first? Or would I rather try and play a unit of some kind or removal? Granted, we're going to have 13, so if I draw an Annihilate, I'll be able to kill that anyways. It's more like Banish that's the issue. Man, what a awful luck draw. I think we just have to draw without playing the second mask here. Yeah, good move. So have that. Banish the flyer. And we're at 24 life again, so we're okay. We can use the mask that we already have. Got rid of their endurance, so we might be able to charge in with the Amaran Stinger at some point. A lot of power still again. But at least we'll be able to get an 8/8, and we've got full life again. Big problem is that they also have a full hand, so... Wrath of Caiphus is a double-edged sword, for sure. Worth it, but still a double-edged sword. Looking at this wealth of things they have. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. I'm extremely surprised they didn't just slam that. Hoofa doofa.
We stand united.
Yeah, we gave them a really sick hand. Be nice if they played it. There we go. Okay. Now let's hope that we stop drawing power cards. That's the big thing. Hey, at least it's not power. Give them another Arcane Restraint. Aramot, Death Incarnate. Don't think I care about giving them a Krendon Merchant, but I definitely care about Aramot.
You're a sad
So we won't
bunch.
ultimate the Mask of Torment this turn, obviously. Guess it's better to put it on Cursed Prophet. Then it can possibly block later.
I'll finish this quickly.
Very likely to still die here, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, I don't really need another Arcane Restraint. And we're back to 21. We gain a lot of life every turn. The big question is, does their weird Stranger Pile actually run removal? Because I'm guessing they might not. And then Aramot could be an issue.
You buying or not?
Alright, our opponent has come back. Decided to play...
We ride.
the Merchant.
Pity would weaken us.
So I'd expect that they probably attack all out here. They should. Ooh, boy. Leave back the deadly unit. Okay. Huh. So right now we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're taking 25 damage. So we have to block 2 more turns. Okay. All the rest of that dies though. And just leaves them with that. We've got a really good out still here. Ooh, speaking of.
I'll finish this quickly.
So I kind of like attacking with all of these. Leave the Airmont back to block, which... Yeah, it might be too much, but I'm hoping that they actually block the 8/8. Yeah, okay, cool. We wanted to make sure the Amaran Stinger hits, because I feel like that's one of our best ways out of this. Numbing Cold or Hot Blood Barbarian. I mean, Hot Blood is another blocker. That seems like a good idea.
8 steel.
Discard a card. Back to 8. Might still get out of this. I like where we're at. I mean, Numbing Cold can stop Temper, but that doesn't really matter. If they're using their turn to do that, they're not really hitting us here. I'm feeling pretty confident about this game now. Especially once they blocked the Tormentor instead of the Amaran Stinger. I understand why they wanted to do it, but it still helps us a bunch. Yeah, it's not an issue for us. Not when we have the temper to just pop it. Another Cursed Prophet. So now we'll pump that. Attack here. I'll actually attack with this. Yeah! Alright. Got there. That was close. Oof. Whew. Thank you, Aramod, and by extension, Cursed Prophet Deleph. Because, wow, that saved us. Also, triple Arcane Restraint. Turns out to be a lot of life every turn. Alright, here we are in the finals, and this hand looks pretty good. I'd really like a teacher, but we can find another power with this, or both. Yeah, we don't need the Prophecy. I'd much rather have the power. As we talked about before, Prophecy is probably the weakest card in this deck in a lot of ways. That and maybe Cursed Prophet Deleph. I don't think I need to swap that for another power card. I'd rather hold up the Annihilate. Hopefully they play something and we can just Annihilate and then Stinger through. Or they just play Depleted Power and we get Stinger through anyway. That'll also work.
Watch your step.
Perfect. Getting an early Teacher or Scorpion is amazing for us. Cool. I'm hoping that they're a Nightfall deck.
Rejoice!
Oh, baby, they are. Alright. Or similar. I kind of just want to let them have that. Grab an Arcane Restraint, start letting them give us life. Yeah, I'm gonna go Cursed Prophet. I'll let them trade with the 1/1 if they want, but I don't think they will. Yeah. We can kill that anytime we want. But all this extra card draw will help us a lot. It looks like they're probably...
The grace of
No?
illusion.
Okay. I was expecting them to kind of be a... like, Night Maul deck. We'll start with this. Sure, we take 6, but we can deal with that. I just want to start gaining life off this Arcane Restraint. It seems like it should be good for us. And we've got the answer for that flyer. Innate Conviction. I'm going to let them Honor of Claws if they want. I mean, I don't love that, but considering where our game plan's at, doesn't seem like the worst thing. And now this is on 2, so we're going to want to go Annihilate and Banish next turn. We've been a little bit risky here. If they actually have something like a backlash, that could definitely be a problem.
Look, Mizo, new pastures.
Hila and Mizo is not a problem because we've got all these scorpions. And in the meantime, kill that, kill this. Ooh, I don't think I want to give them a winnow. So we'll let them have that Thunderhoof Warrior. So they've got Honor and a Thunderhoof off of us. Nice. Let's get the Curse Prophet. It's pretty good. What we really need is Mask. Another Banish could have also done some work. We can go ahead and Wrath of Caiphus to swap and play an Arcane Restraint. I don't love that. I think it might be best to just Prophecy Restraint. Really need a Mask. Could also kill this, but then I don't get the Onslaught. Draw Dragon. And could attack with 1. The Dragon would be nice. We've actually got a bit of pressure on them right now. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't think they'll trade. Give me another trap. Perfect. So that also means they can't play another spell this turn, as you see that locked out. So now they have no way to get this Ela and Mizo through, unless they've got like some relic of some kind, or a weapon. It's not gonna do anything. Alright. Let's go Restraint them again. I'm thinking that I just want to Arc Dragon. And we've got a fair bit of pressure on them. A little worried about what spells they can have now, but we've got 4 Scorpions. We should be okay, unless they actually have a Hailstorm. This is a weird deck. They might actually have it. Unraveling, Fanatic, Champion, Cerso, Ela, and Mizo. I don't know. And they could, honestly, they could have anything. Does worry me. Let's go. I mean, it's their turn. Well, my opponent is timing out and spamming let's go at me, so I'm not sure why they're doing that. Alright. I mean, I was going. That's certainly strange. I don't know what's going on their side. Maybe they've run into some kind of a bug? Very weird. We're gonna keep as much pressure on them as we can. And maybe they'll decide to play now? Huh. Very strange. Well, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going, at least game-wise. Like, even if they were playing, I don't know. I feel like we've got a lot of things going for us. Kind of want to swap this now. Let's shovel back in a bunch of these Scorpion traps. Almost all of them are gone. It's not a bad idea for us to give them some more. I think they just gave up. I'm not sure why. Maybe they had some kind of a bug? Weird. Well, Amaran Singer. Alright! That's the game! Opponent just scooped. That was very strange. I wonder if they had some kind of a bug. But we had a great start there anyways. I was hoping the Wrath of Caiphus would draw us into some, like, Mask of Torment kind of shenanigans. We had a lot of power anyways. We'd be able to play a bunch of cards after we Wrath that turn, which is what I was going to do. I'm kind of curious what we'd have drawn. I just want to see real quickly here, because that game ended so weird. I want to give you some satisfaction, and myself as well. Yeah, we'd have gotten a Mask, another Mask, and a Wrath. So, and another Arcane Restraint. I think we were in really good shape. Like, yeah, they could have been attacking with the Caiphus, the Cerso, but I don't think that would have been enough there. We had a lot of pressure on them in the air. We were gaining a bunch of life every turn. Like, Cerso was only dealing us 2 or 3 damage a turn through the Arcanes and our Archmagister's Prophecy and stuff like that. Not really sure what happened to our opponent on that game, but it was a pretty good run for this deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed playing it. And I will be back again with more Eternal videos for you, and a bunch of other Let's Plays and things. If you might have noticed, I've been trying to put more of my, like, Twitch Let's Plays and stuff onto this channel, so you can check out, like, we've been going through Chimera Squad and Mountain Blade, and a bunch of things like that, and I'm going to be trying to make sure I keep up with all those and put them on this here. We put up the Battletech stuff recently, so lots of tactics games, lots of roguelikes, and stuff like that will be going up on here in the coming weeks as we kind of have a little bit of extra free time. And if you want to help out the channel, I'd certainly appreciate a follow. Subscribing is always super nice. I mean, I know that you hear this after every video, everywhere on YouTube, but it does mean a lot to us, especially now in the world that we live in. So, you know, subscribing here is nice. Going and checking out the Twitch and following there is also super helpful, obviously. If you want to join in on the next tournament that we're doing for Eternal, you'll want to join the Discord, which is also down below. And check out my sponsor, ingaming.com. We have lots of cool products up there. If you like any kind of nerd gear, whether it's like mouse pads or playmats or even things like hoodies, we have a bunch of custom gear for that. And I will see you soon.